Falling for a friend might sound ideal for plenty of people. Who wouldn't want to wake up each morning to someone with whom you've already shared dozens of inside jokes and memories? But in reality, there are often some roadblocks in the journey from friends to lovers. For example, maybe a friend doesn't necessarily see you in the same light, or at least at first. The friend zone is a pretty controversial concept. Some fear it, whilst others refute its very existence. But whether you believe in the zone or not, getting stuck there, aka realizing you have feelings for a friend who sees you as nothing more than that. It's rarely fun if you find yourself catching feelings for a friend after a few months of shared laughter or deep chats. It's important to know that you're not wrong for how you feel. That said, there isn't a guarantee that the other person will want your platonic connection to become romantic. But friends can evolve over time. If you feel that one of you is not ready to leave the friend zone, it doesn't mean that you'll never be ready or willing to have a romantic relationship. If you're stuck in the friend zone right now and wondering what to do next, worried about your crush ending with you feeling crushed, or have you found yourself feeling butterflies around a friend, but you're not sure whether they share your affection? Maybe you flirt with them every time you go out with a group, but you can't tell if they are picking up on the vibes. If you know how you feel, but aren't sure where your friend stands, it's likely that you're in the friend zone. The friend zone is essentially a way to label a relationship that removes romantic intent. It makes it clear that one or both parties are not interested in pursuing a romantic relationship. The friend zone does exist, and many people experience rejection and pain when they're in it. If they were hoping for a romantic connection, but it isn't the end of the world, and you don't have to be stuck there forever. It can be harder to gauge whether your friend may have feelings for you if the friendship is new or they're more reserved when sharing personal things. That said, there are some telltale signs that you're in the friend zone. They emphasize the platonic nature of your connection. If your crush regularly points out your role as their friend, it's likely you're in the friend zone. This can manifest in the form of friendship language or monikers, including buddy, mate, pal, bro, or even friend. This is especially the case if they use these words in response to compliments or expressions of affection from you. If you often hang out in group settings, you might be in the friend zone. If you're finding it difficult to plan one-on-one hangouts with your crush. Now, are they always bringing along another person when you grab drinks together? Or do they typically suggest inviting the group chat when you ask them to see a movie together? This may be an indicator of the friend zone. If the flirting isn't mutual, whether your friend is oblivious to your efforts or they're intentionally trying to redirect the conversation, the friend zone usually involves one-sided flirting. This sign might be hard to read at first. After all, people can have different flirting styles, but it may likely become obvious over time. If your flirty comments or banter are consistently unmatched, if they talk about their love life with you, or regularly vent to you about their bad dates, or frustration with dating apps, or they often gush about their own crushes, they probably see you as just a friend. The openness about their dating prospects likely means they don't share your vision for a romantic future. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't be as comfortable forthcoming about their latest hookups or Tinder matches. If they play matchmaker, you're probably in the friend zone. If they try to set you up with someone else, that's a clear sign they only see you as a friend. Think about it this way. If they felt you may be a romantic match for them, would they really encourage you to see other people? If you've already made your feelings known, and your friend doesn't feel the same way, it's important to respect their position. After all, you don't want to force a relationship with someone who might not reciprocate your feelings. But if you haven't yet tested the waters, it's not impossible for a platonic connection to grow into a romantic one. In fact, Sometimes catching feelings for a friend can start the best kind of relationship, because you already have a solid foundation of mutual respect and appreciation. Value your friendship. Approaching your friend about your romantic feelings can catch them off guard, or even send them into a panic about the future of your friendship, especially if you don't feel the same way. So, make it clear that you value your place in their life above all, whether they also want to date you or not. If it's true, let your friend know that you want to continue the friendship with them, whether or not they are interested in becoming more than just friends. Let them know you can put your feelings aside and continue an authentic friendship, but you would really like to explore being more than friends. And consider how your friendship could be impacted by sharing your feelings with a friend. It will affect both you and your connection. Think before you act. Can your friendship bounce back? If your attraction isn't reciprocated, the biggest thing to consider is whether you think the friendship can survive an awkward conversation. If you confess your feelings and your friend does not feel the same way, if the answer is no, you should consider whether you value your friendship with them more than you need to get those feelings off your chest. Also, think about the future. If they are willing to try a romantic relationship, keep in mind that no matter how long you have been friends, trying to step out of the friend zone has the potential to alter your relationship permanently. You should think about how your friendship might change, or whether it can even continue if you both give a romantic connection a shot and things don't work out. If your chemistry doesn't translate into a dating vibe, consider the potential that things might feel awkward if you try and step back into a platonic friendship, and start slowly. Although your excitement about your crush can be overwhelming, take baby steps when it comes to sharing how you feel with your friend, rather than sweeping romantic gestures or bombarding them with a love confession. You can test the waters by throwing in a flirty comment here and there. Another way to showcase your interest is by using their love language in small ways. For example, you can playfully ask if they dressed up just for you the next time they look nice during a hangout. That's a form of words of affirmation. Or surprise them with their favourite drink or snack when you see them next. It's a form of gifts. Point out the benefits of a romantic relationship even before you confess your feelings. You can plant seeds about a potential relationship. The reasons you feel like the pair of you would make a good romantic match. Explain to them why you feel this way. Do you have a lot in common? Are you comfortable discussing hard topics with each other? Do you have similar values? And it doesn't hurt to throw in those observations and then gauge the other person's reactions. Sometimes mentioning the pros of taking your friendship to the next level can bring more awareness to things your friends may not have ever given much thought to before. Always mind their boundaries. It goes without saying that consent is key, and you should always consider your friends' comfort levels and needs. Taking a major risk, like initiating physical contact or an overtly suggestive comment, can backfire quickly. Respecting the other person's feelings and boundaries are essential. If you find yourself in the friend zone, clear and honest communication can help both parties understand and navigate the relationship better. Whether it remains platonic or has the potential to develop into something more. Approach the concept gently, opening up a dialogue about your feelings and showing vulnerability can go a long way. Make sure your friend feels safe and welcome to share whatever they're feeling, whether it's aligned or at odds with what you express. You can start by saying something like, I know we both value honesty, and because I care about you, I want to be honest with you. Whilst we have a great friendship, I find myself curious about building a romantic connection with you. Have you ever thought about it? And find the right time. If your friend is complaining to you about an ex, reaching back out, or if you're chilling together at a group movie night, you may want to hold off on trying to get out of the friend zone. Choosing the right moment to start the conversation about your feelings for them is key. Finding a good time to have the conversation where you both have privacy and enough time to discuss your feelings without being rushed. This can also be a clear way to show your friend that you are trying to rush into transitioning your relationship and that you're considering them and their comfort before starting the conversation. It's important to note, however, that if your friend is already in a relationship or they're going through a difficult time and you know it wouldn't be fair to spring your feelings on them, it's best to hold off. But make sure to speak up before it's too late, as long as you think they're in the mindset to have the conversation, as they aren't hung up on someone else. It's wise to address your feelings as soon as you feel prepared to. This can save you from regret or resentment down the line. Be honest and direct. Own your truth. Honor your voice and share your feelings. You never want to look back and wish you would have said something. Even if it's not the desired outcome, at least you know you tried. And don't pressure them. You should still want to be a good friend. Avoid giving them an ultimatum between romance or ending the friendship. This is unfair and can damage the potential relationship and the existing friendship. Once again, consent is key, and your friendship should be the first priority. Even if you feel strongly that you would make a great couple, the decision isn't entirely up to you. Putting pressure on them or being pushy is never okay. And making your friend feel comfortable, heard, and validated can go a long way. Sharing your heart with a friend you're attracted to takes courage. And you deserve to feel proud that you took that leap, regardless of the outcome. Even if they don't feel the same way about you, you can still feel at least a little bit relief, knowing that you spoke your truth. Unrequited feelings for a friend doesn't have to mean that the relationship is over. Taking a slight step back from the friendship, if you feel like you need time to heal from the rejection, is redirection, meaning it can lead to something even better down the line. So taking time for self-care and putting your energy towards attracting a relationship you want. Above all, the most important thing to keep in mind when a friend doesn't reciprocate your feelings is that it doesn't define who you are, and it doesn't mean you're any less of an amazing person. Remember that just because someone isn't attracted to you romantically doesn't mean you are unattractive or unlovable. One person's opinion does not define you or your worth. This is not your person. That's because there's someone else out there who is even better suited for you. And if you need a bit of guidance or help with your dating race, or you'd like clarity or an interpretation of the actions or words of your crush, contact me through my site.